Good evening mga kabarangay. Ayan. Salamat ng marami sa gabing ito at kasama niyo kami o ako. So, ayan, kamusta po kayo? At ito, nandito ho tayo, magla-live tayo. Naka-live tayo right now. At dahil meron akong nahalukay dito sa aking baol. Okay, ang dami ko palang mga kabarangay, mga CD. Yung mga CD ng mga old games ko, mga CD ng highlights, okay? At syempre ito yung fini-feature ko ngayon, ito yung The Promised Land. Ito yung 2006 pa ho na nag-champion ng Purefoods Chunkee Giants. At ito isi-share natin sa inyo yung clips at maano tayo, maging maalala natin yung nakaraan. Pero mo, it's been 15 years. 2021 na ngayon. It's 2006 nung nangyari ito. At hanggang ngayon, pag pinapanood ko, yung nire-replay ko yung laro namin, talagang ginu-goosebumps po ako eh. So, eto, salamat ng marami at napaaga ako ng pagla-live at alas 8. So, eto, magbabati muna tayo bago tayo mag-umpisa, no? Ayan, si Kapitong Anwar. Kamusta po, Konsi? Yeah, I'm okay. So, ayan, si Francis Tejero. Magandang gabi po. At yun, kinakamusta ko lang ho kayo lahat at balik muna tayo sa basketball. So hindi lang ito yung mga i-share ko in the future. Marami pa akong games. Mamimili po tayo from 2004. Yung mga fans ng Pure Foods, fans ng Ginebra, at fans ng San Miguel, yan yung mga collection ko yung mga games na ganyan. So ayan, excited ako i-share talaga ito sa inyo. At Pure Foods talaga is yung team na yun, yung pinaka-bond talaga kami. Para kami magkakapatid, hindi yung ibang PBA teams ko na yung iba talaga professional. Alam niyo yun, pagkatapos mag-practice, uwian na, kanya-kanyang buhay na. Pero itong Pure Foods na to, 2006 at saka yung 2010, isa sa pinaka-close, ika nga, para kami magkakapatid. So, ayan, bati muna tayo. Shoutout kay Romel Duenas. Shoutout Olonga po, Zambales fans kami ng Pure Foods. Okay guys, paki-share po tong clip na to. At nagpapasalamat ako syempre doon sa gumawa ng CD na to, ang ABC 5 Sports o Sports 5 o ABC. Yeah, dati kasi ABC sila eh. At ayan, syempre nandiyan sila Miko Halili, sila Richard Del Rosario na nag-cover out na nagpaganda nitong video na to. So, ayan, in a while at antayin lang natin na medyo pumasok pa yung mga fans ng Pure Foods o yung mga taga-suporta ng Pure Foods para nakita nila yung hindi naman to ganun katagalan, siguro abuti lang tayo ng mga 30 minutes. Ayan, ng highlights na yan. Maganda. So ayan, binabati ko si Kim. Ayan, gandang gabi sa'yo. Lore Legaspi, UAP fans. Yeah, UAP din pala. Meron pala ako, mga kabarangay, tulungan niyo po ako. Kung meron po kayong alam na nagko-convert ng VHS. Okay, nasa VHS kasi yung aking mga games sa UE. Baka pwede nyo pong i-DM po ako or i-comment nyo kung saan ko pwede i-transform ito through CD para po ma-share ko po yung games namin ng UE. Grabe, UE is like 2000, 2001, 2002 at 2003. So ang dami ko pong VHS kasi po yung aking magulang, ang nanay ko, talagang naggugunting siya ng mga works, yung mga games ko sa dyaryo, kaya ang dami kong collection. Ito kay Richel Lorente, shout out taga Negros Occidental. Kamusta kayo lahat dyan? Always stay safe. At ito, binibigyan ko lang kayo ng enjoyment para ma-reminisce niyo yung Pure Foods Days, the Chunky Giants. Okay? Ang ganda, ayan. Sabi ni Merge Leon, Boy Thunder and Kid Lightning. Ayan. Bro, magandang gabi. Okay, sa'yo, Jonathan Nazario from Dipolog City. So, hindi lang mga taga San Juan nandito pati po probinsya, Negros, Dipolog, Zamboanga. Ang layo ng reach natin. So, ito si FC Botbot from General Santos. Wow, na-miss ko yung tuna nyo. Pa naglalaro kami dyan, talagang yung kilawin ang pinaka-paborito namin pinupuntahan. Di ba? Shoutout din kila Ate Bebet at Ate Mars. Ito, panoorin nyo to. Maganda tong na to. Talagang kikilabutan kayo sa mga nangyari. Siyempre, pag-aaralan din natin kung ano yung aking naramdaman nung nangyari itong game na to. Ito, Idol Consi. shout out, solid Purefoods fans from Comembo, Makati. Yan. Ayos, Makati naman, Manila. So, ayan, pwede na natin siguro umpisahan. Wait lang. Tubig po muna tayo. Kamusta? Sana maging safe kayo at ito po, shoutout, Mitra family from Burgos, Pangasinan. Anyway, again, special thanks to yung nag-edit na itong video na to ABC5, dating ABC5 pa. So, ipapakita natin to. Alam ko maraming hindi nakapanood nito. Kaya isi-share ko sa inyo, gusto kong makita nyo yung ganda ng pagka-edit nito. So, ito. Idol from UE Caloocan, Red Warriors. Ronnie Magsaon of Purefoods from Kuwait. Kuwait naman siya. Salamat. Paki-share po ang in-video ito para po umabot pa po sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam. I-follow nyo po yung aking Facebook page, Paul Artadi 16. Yung YouTube channel ko po, naka-live din po ako ngayon. Yung mga YouTube followers ko dyan, thank you for supporting me. Share this video para, na marami makakita ng highlights namin. Ayan, ito mga fan natin, si Au Barbosa. Thank you, Au. Ito, itag mo na yung mga kaibigan mo. Ewan ko kung napanood na nila to, pero babalikan natin to. Okay? O yan, si Ana Mardatan, happy birthday, Konsi. Yan, bukas po. Anyways, mga hindi nakakalam, ako po yung magpa 40 years old na tomorrow. Ayan, ang dasal ko lang siguro yung staying healthy, syempre keeping myself fit, tsaka yun nga, pagtulong sa kapwa. Yan naman yung vow ko sa Panginoon Tumulong sa biyayang binibigay niya sa akin, ibabagsak ko ang tulong sa aking mga kapuspalad kong mga kabarangay, di ba? So, ayan, si Kuya Ray. Kuya Ray, ito, talagang supporter natin to. Kuya Ray de los Reyes, salamat. O, game. Umabot lang tayo ng ayan, ng mga birthday greetings. Okay, Elayaw, salamat na nandyan ka pa rin. Adrian De Vera. Okay, game. Ito na po, umpisahan na natin. Ito po yung first cut ko. At sana ma-enjoy nyo. Okay?
The man of the moment is the PBA on ABC Pinoy. The Pinoy, laban. Big win here by the Purefoods Chunkee Giants over Red Bull, and Purefoods wins the 2006 Philippine Cup.
Mga kaibigan, pinakita po ng Purefoods Chunkee Giants na hindi lang sila higante sa salita, higante po sila sa gawa, at higante sila sa laro. At ito po ang kanilang kwento sa kanilang pagkamit ng PBA Philippine Cup Championship. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Miko Halili kasama si Richard Del Rosario.
Magandang araw, Miko. Magandang araw sa lahat ng PBA fans. At alam niyo po, isa sa pinakamasarap na bagay na gawin pag kayo ng champion, balikan naman yung lahat ng mga paghihirap na dinaanan ng isang kupunan bago nila nakuha yung pinakamimithing corona. At dito, para sa Purefoods, yan ay ang All Filipino Championship.
At ito, samahan nyo kami, ikasamang Richard. Babalikan natin ang kapanapanabik na championship story ng Purefoods Chunkee Giants.
Matapos manguna sa 2005-2006 Fiesta Conference eliminations, the Purefoods Chunkee Giants still came up short of ending their title drought. At kahit na pumasok sila sa finals ng naturang conference at pinahirapan ng Red Bull Barako in 6 grueling games, ay hindi pa rin nila nakuha ang respetong kanilang inaasam.
Steal! James Yap! Tuloy-tuloy! What a miss! And he steps on the baseline! Nahulog si Coach Ryan Gregorio! Well, an end
to a scintillating series between Red Bull and the Purefoods Chunkee Giants, and our 2005-2006 champion in the Fiesta Conference are the Red Bull.
Maliban sa kanilang magandang ipinakita sa previous conference, hindi masyadong napansin ng Purefoods sa pagbubukas ng 2006 Philippine Cup. Ito'y sa kadahilan ng masyado daw silang umasa sa kanilang explosive import na si Markin Chandler sa Fiesta Conference.
Pagdating ngayon ng All-Filipino, we were really not seeded highly dahil best import yung sa amin eh. Wala pa si John Dan Salvador. Tsaka when you take a look at our lineup, wala talagang legitimate big man.
Maraming mga koponan ang naging early title favorites. Red Bull ang nanguna dahil sa kanilang malalim na bench, fresh championship experience, at uhaw para sa all-Filipino crown na siyang tanging kulang na lamang sa koleksyon ng koponan. Kasama nila sa itaas ng radar ang San Miguel Beer at Alaska na pawang nag-upgrade ng kanilang roster nang magpalitan sila sa isang blockbuster trade bago mag-umpisa ang conference. Napunta si Nick Velasco sa Alaska kapalit ng high leaping guard na si Brandon Cablay. Nariyan din ang Air 21 Express na ginulat ang lahat nang sungkitin nila ang ikatlong pwesto sa previous Fiesta Conference. At hindi rin nawala sa radar ang defending champion Barangay Ginebra Kings, lalo na nang ipinangako ni Mark Cagiwa ang kampyonato sa season preview special ng ABC Sports.
Siguradong magcha-champion tayo. Kung hindi tayo mag-champion, tatakbo akong nakaubad sa Boulevard.
I know that I may not have the best talent in the league because talagang may mas malalakas, may mas mabibilis. Pero ang sa akin is very confident po going in.
Okay. So kita niyo yun, si Mark Cagiwa, nagsabi noong 2006 na pag hindi sila nanalo ng championship, maghuhubad siya at maglalakad siya doon sa Bros Boulevard. Nakakatawa, di ba? Pero alam niyo yung fighting spirit yan ni Mark, hindi natin maiwasan. Naging kampi ko rin yan. So ito, background ko lang sa iyo. So yan, nag-umpisa na po kami 2006, hindi po kami seeded. So ano na kami, kumbaga from 2004, 2005 season, hindi ko kami nakapasok ni semis. So pagdating ng 2006 season, dalawang conference lang po to. Isang all-Filipino at saka isang import-laden. Nauna po yung import-laden. So yun nga, hindi kami nanalo doon pero nag-finals kami. Pero pumasok nung all-Filipino, ayan na po, pumasok po kami sa finals. So ito po yung kadugtong. Abangan natin to.
To this conference because I have a team. I have players who are willing to play and sacrifice for the betterment of everybody.
Bagamat umabot ng finals ng Fiesta Conference ng Purefoods, dito sa darating na Philippine Cup, wala na po silang import, Markin Chandler. Paano yan?
Yun nga, marami nga nagsasabi na talagang magaling lang raw ang import nitong Purefoods kaya sila pumasok sa finals ng Fiesta Conference. Pero ngayon, masusubukan talaga ang koponan ni Coach Ryan Gregorio dito sa Philippine Cup. At katunayan, hindi man lang sila seeded as one of the favorites papasok dito sa tournament natin.
So sa aming pagbabalik, eto na, sisimulan natin yung journey ng Purefoods into the Philippine Cup dito sa ABC Sports.
Big win here by the Purefoods Chunkee Giants over Red Bull, and Purefoods wins the 2006 Philippine Cup.
Babalik po ang Purefoods Championship Special dito sa ABC Sports. Alam niyo po, maganda ang simula ng Purefoods sa Philippine Cup. Nanalo sila sa kanilang unang laro. Kanya lang, dalawang magkasunod na talo yung kanila natikman. Mo, Richard, baka nga tama yung sinabi ko nila. Magaling lang yung Purefoods sa Fiesta Conference dahil magaling yung import nila.
Mukhang nanguli lang itong Purefoods Chunkee Giants no? Dahil nga doon sa dalawang sunod na pagkatalo nila. At isang napakasaklap na talo nangyari pa sa Hong Kong kung saan tinambakan sila ng talk and text photos. Ano nga kaya nangyari sa Purefoods? Tanungin natin si Coach Ryan Gregorio.
We started on a very high note winning against Santa Lucia, but we dropped our next two games against Coca-Cola and against Talk and Text. But the Talk and Text defeat really was so humbling for us dahil first time pumunta ng PBA sa Hong Kong, naglaro ng regular season game. Tapos sinambakan kami, umabot ng halos 30 points. It was pretty much like a wake-up call for us that all these teams really have improved tremendously. Now, we want to put our spirit to the test, meaning if they are bigger, let's be quicker. Every time we step inside the court, we are still expected to win. And that is the big challenge for everybody all throughout that conference. But again, the wake-up call was the Talk and Text game.
Tila naging isang wake-up call para sa mga natutulog na higante ang talong kanilang nalasap sa Hong Kong.
Talk and Text watching their first win. Dito pa nila kinuha yan sa Hong Kong.
Dahil pumangon sila mula sa 2-game losing streak with 4 straight wins at i-establish ang conference best defense. Nagbida ang kanilang off-season acquisition na si Eugene Tejada with a career-high 16 points ng kanilang pabagsakin ng defending champions Barangay Ginebra Kings 73-56 to bounce back with a plum.
He steps on the break outside Tejada. Yes, sir! Career high po yan para kay Tejada.
Sinunod nilang trangkuhin ang mga panalo kontra sa Alaska Aces 91-73.
At sa isang itlap, umalabo na naman. Purefoods Chunkee Giants dito sa Alaska Aces.
Red Bull 93-80.
Gets it over to James Yap. Got a good look at the basket. James Yap.
At Air 21 Express 105-94.
Is a body all the way.
Ngunit kasabay nito ay ang mainit namang ratsyada ng Coca-Cola Tigers with a blazing 4-0 start, samantalang samot-saring injuries naman ang umantala sa kampo ng mga taga-barangay. Natapos ang magical run ng Purefoods nang tibagin ng offensive juggernaut ng mga beermen ang depensa ng mga Chunkee Giants with a 93-77 win sa Antipolo just before the Holy Week break.
Wala doon. Only a second remaining. Habang natapos ko ito ating talking. San Miguel win. Mga kaibigan.
Aba, mukhang nasasana na yata ang Purefoods sa buhay na wala si Martin Chandler.
Mukhang yan na nga nangyayari kasi naka-4 na sunod-sunod na panalo ng Purefoods. Pero masyadong maaga sa conference para sabihin yan. Maituloy kaya nila kanilang magandang pinapakita? Malalaman natin yan sa aming pagbabalik.
So yun, nakita niyo yun, yung second part ng video, nakita niyo si Noy Castillo. Nakakamiss, di ba? Pati siyempre si Eugene Tejada. So ito na yung elimination round na kahit na nanalo kami ng 4 straight, natatalo rin kami. Pero yung respeto sa amin ng liga, wala pa din doon eh. Pero nagano lang kami, talagang ano namin, ang point namin is play defense lang. So yun yung si Coach Ryan, agree ako sa kanya, napakatalinong coach niyan. Yung sistema na nilagay niya sa amin talagang grabe. Disiplinado kami, defensive team kami. Kaya kung makikita nyo, yung ratsyada namin sa susunod na video, napakaganda. Ito po.
Purefoods wins the 2006 Philippine Cup.
Forever inspired by his beautiful family, Coach Ryan Gregorio was really hoping to take Purefoods to greater heights in the second round.
At mukhang hindi lang si Coach Ryan ang inspired but the whole Purefoods team as well as they strung up 5 consecutive wins after the whole week break.
Kaya ngayon po, sisilipin natin ang mga magandang ginawa ng Purefoods sa second round.
3 days after Easter Sunday, sinimulan ng Purefoods Chunkee Giants ang pagbangon matapos maantala ang kanilang 4-game win streak.
So yung minds nila parating aware and parating conscious na be present tayo. Ito na, this is the task at hand. Let's work on this and let's hope and play hard for us to win.
Sinimulan nila ang 5 dikit na panalo with a come-from-behind win over the Coca-Cola Tigers, 79-75. Sinungkit nila ang 4 pang sunod na panalo simula sa Copies kontra sa Alaska Aces, 69-64.
At inunahan, Paul Artadi, lahat ng tao doon.
Good lightning mga kaibigan, Paul Artadi.
Muli nilang pinataob ang defending champions Barangay Ginebra, 1982.
James Yap. Ipatapos, 37 points now for James Yap.
With James Yap exploding for a career-high 37 points. Tinapos din nila during that stretch ang 7-game win streak ng San Miguel with a vengeful 82-75 win.
Roger Yap all the way. Nice sidestep move there by Roger Yap.
We have never won more than 4 straight games with me as a coach. So sabi ko, let's get that goal. We already have four games. Let's get this particular goal. Just for us, not for anybody.
At kanila ring kinolekta ang 500th win ng franchise at the expense of Air 21, 93-86 in the Express first game in the post-Ritualo era.
Raimundo, sinalubong ni Mark Tanada layup, is good.
Very fluid play by the Purefoods Chunkee Giants.
10-3 na kami at that time. So pumapasok na ulit yung kaya na naman mag-automatic.
But all good things came to an end. At tila isang bangungot ang pagtatapos ng kanilang 5-game win streak.
Well, up to now, I still have goosebumps. It's still vivid in my mind, the incident surrounding that.
May 14 sa Antipolo, asam ng Purefoods ang ikalawang outright semis berth matapos sungkitin ng San Miguel the day before ang unang outright semifinals ticket. Ang Sunday blockbuster showdown between rivals Purefoods at Red Bull turned to a tragic twist nang ma-injure si Eugene Tejada in a freak accident.
Here's Roger Yap inside, difficult shot. Oh, a lot of players down on the floor. A lot of legs waiting there. Eugene Tejada. Ando si Nick Pinisi.
Nataganan si Tejada already has a bad sprain that he's nursing.
He's holding on to his head.
Look at Eugene. Looks like he's grimacing in pain.
Doon ko na-realize na baliwala pala tong basketball. Ang importante, ang kinabukasan at ang buhay ng tao. So nung nakita ko na siya ron sprawled dun sa floor, parang naisip ko na let's just finish this game. Matalo na tayo rito. Dahil ang importante kung ano ang mangyayari kay Eugene.
Purefoods was denied an early entry to the semifinals with a 92-75 loss. But the wounded Giants were not about to go down with Eugene at that point.
Ang sinabi ko sa kanila, right after that, let's start wearing that number 33 patch. Every time you step inside the court and every time you step outside the court, you get inspired that, uy, this might be my last day.
Ginamit nila itong inspirasyon ng kanilang igiya ang 2 dikit na panalo upang agawin mula sa mga beermen ang top spot sa pagtatapos ng classification phase and make it to the semis outright.
Pabiting tira yun, ha?
Grabe, no, mga kabarangay. Alam mo yung game na yon, yung na-aksidente si Eugene, napakasakit. Nakakalungkot yun. At yung sinabi ni Coach Ryan, yan, kakapanood ko lang na yung life is not about basketball eh. Yung makikita mo yung injury na gano'n, na talagang yung sakit na naramdaman ni Brother Eugene Tejada, ay yun nga, na talagang, alam mo, mabait ang Panginoon guys, sa mga hindi nakakalam, nakakalakad na kahit papano si Eugene Tejada. Siya ang nagbigay ng inspirasyon para sa amin, para maglaro talaga na maganda. Naglagay kami ng patch dito, 33, para sa kanya yun. Ang ganda talaga na idea ni Coach Ryan. So, yung season namin na yun, talagang, ayun, habang nanonood ako ngayon, goosebumps pa rin ako. Yung itong run namin, napakaganda. So, eto, marami pang magagandang makikita rito sa run namin. Papuntang ano na kami, outright semifinals na kami ngayon. So, number 2 kami, natapos ang elimination. Number 1 ang San Miguel Pier. So, ito, abangan na, ito, susunod na clip.
9 healthy. And even the players inside the dugout were saying, Coach, kulang tayo. Medyo nagalit ako. Sabi ko, even if we are 9, even if we are 8, the game is played 5-on-5. We are still expected to win. So don't make excuses right now. Inaniwala sila. All of a sudden, we're tops again. 12-4.
Mahirap talaga mag-concentrate sa basketball after witnessing a tragic incident na katulad ng nangyari kay Eugene Tejada. Pero according to Coach Ryan, they don't want to dedicate the rest of the season kay Eugene, but they want to be inspired by the heart na pinakita nitong si Eugene.
Kaya inspired by the fighting spirit of Eugene Tejada, dire-diretso ang Purefoods sa semifinals ng Philippine Cup. Sa aming pagbabalik, ito, alamin natin nangyari sa Purefoods sa semifinals.
Big win here by the Purefoods Chunkee Giants over Red Bull, and Purefoods wins the 2006 Philippine Cup.
Sa puntong ito ng ating Purefoods Championship Special, makikita po natin gaano katibay at gaano katatag ang Chunkee Giants.
Mahirap talagang pinagdaanan ng Purefoods sa semifinals, lalo na when they went down 0-2 and 1-3 their series against Alaska. But as fate would have it, they would eventually rewrite PBA history.
And ito, mabalikan natin ang unforgettable conquest ng Purefoods sa PBA semifinals. So kanina, Coach, nakwento mo kay Richard yung pinagdaanan nyo dun sa eliminations. Eh, maganda siguro. Kwento mo naman sa akin, pare, ano nangyari sa inyo nung semifinals? That's of course another story altogether, a different story altogether. What happened?
Well, we started on the wrong foot. We lost our first game, and then maraming nagsasabi na kasi rusty, and Alaska just came off a good series against Coca-Cola. Obviously, their level of play is higher and their confidence level is also up there. So kami, wala kaming nakalabang formidable team nung halos 4 weeks din ng layoff eh. So, ang total change lang na nangyari is that sinabi ko sa mga players, guys, let's stop looking for excuses to lose or not to win. Dahil may excuse na eh, rusty. Sabi ko, let's take that away because it's still within my responsibility as a coach to whip you into top form para pagdating ng semifinals, we're gonna be competitive.
There it is. And Alaska is the 2003 Samsung PBA Invitational Champion. An end to a scintillating series between Red Bull and the Purefoods Chunkee Giants.
na, semi-final game na. Alam nyo, yung semi-final game na yan, bago nag-semi-finals yan, sinabi nga sa video na parang isang buwan ho kaming hindi naglaro. Kasi nga po, nag-advance na kami sa semi-finals, so waiting na kami kung sino yung kakalabanin namin. Mahirap po maglaro ng basketball nang hindi nakakalaro ng matagal ng competitive. Kumbaga sa practice, kami-kami lang ang nagpa-practice. Iba pa rin yung game shape talaga, basketball game talaga. So yan, nangyari sa amin. Panoorin natin sa first 2 games namin kung ano nangyari sa aming semifinal game against Alaska. Siyempre, mabigat yung Alaska. Si Coach Tim Cone yan. Kilala naman natin yan kung gaano kagaling na coach yan. Pero ito yung team namin. Talaga nagpursige kami. Talagang yung goal namin is just to inspire. Na-inspire kami para kay Eugene Tejada. Ito po.
Here's Hook Nathan is goal! Trying to stop that layup by De La Cruz, but De La Cruz will not be denied.
Tila kinalawang ang Purefoods matapos ang matagal na pahinga nang sila'y ibaon sa 0-2 series deficit ng Alaska Aces.
We came from almost a month yata yun na break na tapos wala kang competition. But we're doing our best na yung maging yung atmosphere sa practice will be competitive.
It's going to be major regrouping time for Purefoods. As for Alaska, they're going to sleep well tonight, knowing they are 2 wins away from reaching the championship.
This is our game of decision right here. You know, we can come out and get the next one, but it's just another game. You know, we're not looking forward to the end of the series. We're just looking. You know, one of our favorite expressions on our team is land one plane at a time. If you're an air controller and you're trying to land 3 or 4 planes at a time, chances are you're going to crash and kill some people. So you got to come down and land 1 plane at a time. So that's the same expression as for take it 1 game at a time.
Hindi nawala ng pag-asa ang mga Chunkee Giants. After all, si Coach Ryan Gregorio din ang architect ng comeback ng Purefoods from a 0-2 deficit against the same team en route to the 2002 Governor's Cup title, ang unang kampyonato ni Gregorio dito sa PBA.
Dito po natin malalaman kung sino magiging champion ng ating champion PBA Governor's Cup for 2002. Matar lang ang counted 5. Pinag to Beres and Ronnie McCallum! Derek Brown taking off! Just right! And then takes off! The Billboard DJ Hot Dogs are our champions in the Samsung PBA Governor's Cup for 2002. This coming from a 0-2 deficit.
For as long as they don't get to number 4, the series is not over, and we're pretty upbeat about the whole thing. Sabi nga sa kanila, we've been down by a big margin in games 1 and 2, but somehow we're able to bounce back. So the thing right now is for us to have a good start and hopefully coast along, and but at the end of the game, we're up. It's as simple as that.
1 game at a time. Play like it's your last game was the battle cry of Purefoods.
Nakikita ko rin parang may doubts na sa eyes ng mga players. Pero I have to show strength eh. So I gathered my coaching staff. Ang sabi ko sa kanila, sa atin magsisimula. Kung mag-give up na tayo ngayon, pati ang mga yan mag-give up na. So kailangan meron tayong look na talagang we are still in control, tapos we're confident that we can turn this series around. And then we won Game 3.
Tapit po kayo dyan, bayan!
Oh, Mon, ito na ang winning time.
James Yap! Ang tangkinig!
Big time players, Mon, big time players step it up when the game is on the line, and James Yap just hit that 3-point shot.
With their 2 Yaps at the helm, the Giants rediscovered their defense and won Game 3, 82-79.
It's a giant breakthrough win para po sa Purefoods Chunkee Giants. From 2-0, it's now 2-1 sa series mo ito.
After nung nag-2-1, ang feeling ko, we're back. Ang yabang na namin. Kasi nung 0-2, ang sinabi ko sa kanila, guys, we're just clinging on a straw right now. And you know, drowning man, pag nalulunod na, maski straw, hahawak yan eh. Nung Game 3, ang sinabi ko sa kanila, now we are on the raft. Now we just have to paddle to the shore. Eh, hindi kami pwede ng ganun. Ang kailangan sa amin, we're always on the stroke. Talagang thinking na it's gonna be our last breath.
Game 3 is scary because when you lose it, it's almost impossible.
So yun, first 2 games namin sa semifinals against Alaska, natalo ho kami. Napakasakit nun. Kasi usually pag 0-2 ka na, as a basketball player, alam ko hindi na kami makakaahon yan. Ang galing rin ng Alaska. So nung game 3, nanalo kami, team effort. So going to game 4, medyo kumpiyansa kami. Kasi alam namin, kaya namin yung Alaska eh. Kasi nga, natalo namin sila nung game 3. So going to game 4, Coach Ryan, minomotivate kami na, yun nga, pagkatapos namin na malunod at nakahawak kami sa straw, nanalo kami ng isang game, nasa raft na kami ngayon. So gagawin na lang namin, mag-paddle kami papunta sa shore at ma-advance na namin. I mean, magiging kumpiyansa na kami ulit. Pero going into game 4, ito po yung nangyari.
Game 3 is scary because when you lose it, it's almost impossible.
Ayan, sa pula at sa puti. Ano yung mga manap na sa buong dito? Game na po tayo sa ating game number 3 ng semi-final round.
Thank you rin ako kay Coach na ang laking tiwala niya sa akin. Hindi ko naman siya pinahiya. Ginawa ko naman yung part ko.
Babawi pa rin ako. Hindi tayo give up.
Roger,
So once again, if we play our game defensively, make the necessary stops, we will find ways to win in the end. The momentum has shifted at least. We have regained our confidence.
This is a giant breakthrough win para po sa Purefoods Chunkee Giants from 2-0. It's now 2-1 sa series mo ito.
Kasi nangyari na sa amin yun last 2002. Nag-2-0 kami.
Don't give up. 0-2, it's been done before. In fact, we're the same team who did it, so just keep on trying. Game 4 right now, we're looking at a victory.
Okay, making move. Ganda naman on. Mike Cortez! Nag-kevin tumabit eh. Stolen by Mike Cortez. Cortez with the front court. Has to do Oh, what a miss! What a lucky move by Mike Cortez.
Agad na rumesbak ang Alaska with a convincing 91-77 victory sa Game 4.
Nirabas kay Cariaso. Bang! Tatapos po mga kaibigan itong ating Game 4 ng best of 7 semi-final round series between Purefoods and Alaska. At napakalaki panalo ito para sa Alaska Aces, 91-70.
We were down 1-3. Coach Ryan just, showed us his positive. He gave us the positive energy, na nag-grab hope to each one of us.
We came up with a really bright idea na change the complexion of the series. And the idea came from Mark Pingris. When I said, who's gonna guard Mike Cortez? He said, Coach, I will. Sabi ko, oo nga, ano? Because Mark Pingris has the ability to guard the big man and guard the small man. So right after that, nawala na yung game ni Mike Cortez, and eventually, yun ang naging one of the key elements sa pagkapanalo.
Mabilis, pero napalpal si Mike Cortez and it goes out of bounds in favor of Alaska. Yung parati ginagawa nila, no? When Purefoods comes up with a big basket, well, ito si Mike, buong Purefoods squad yata, tulong-tulong ko against Mike Cortez.
With her backs against the wall, muling kuminang ang depensa ng Purefoods with an 85-74 win sa Game 5.
It's official. Ito po, kamarulo tayo ng Game 6 sa series na ito. At ito po, Purefoods Chunkee Giant has lived to fight another day dito po sa ating semifinal series.
We lost a lifetime when I disappeared. Now I'm coming back to you. I wish I could fly.
8 seconds to go. Shot clock.
Yup to yup. Game shot now. Yes! It's
Ganda, di ba? Grabe, no? Yung first 4 games, ang nangyari is 1 lang kami, 3 na yung Alaska. Alam nyo, talagang sabi ko, wala na. Doon nga sa 0-2, wala na eh. Ito pang 3-1 na. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, wala na. Pero grabe si James Yap dito. Hindi ko alam sino ang inspirasyon niya. Ang galing niya dito. Kung nakita niyo sa video, i-comment niyo kung nakita niyo yung kanyang darling. Ditong year na to, 2006, talagang ang galing ni James. Okay, so yung depensa namin, nakita nyo, ang nagpahirap talaga sa amin si Mike Cortez. Ako, bantay ko yan, pero honestly, hindi ko siya nabantayan ditong series na to. Kaya hindi ako masyadong ginamit ni Coach Ryan dito dahil parang wala akong naitulong eh. Kasi dapat ako bumabantay kay Mike Cortez. Kaya nung Game 5, si Mark Pingris ang nagsabi, Coach, kaya ko yan. Subukan natin. Sinunod ni Coach Ryan. Kaya ang nangyari, ayun, nanalo kami ng Game 5. Game 5. So, 3-2 na po. So, etong video kong to, hindi to matatapos mga kabarangay hanggang championship, napakahaba. Pero meron pa ako yung isang clip. Okay, last clip ko na to. Tapos ito, i-review na lang natin kung ano napanood natin. So ito, Game 6 at Game 7. Panoorin natin to.
official. Ito po, kataroon tayo ng Game 6 sa series na ito.
I wish I could fly. I know I could save us somehow. You thought you were safe and sound, but you need a hero now. We'll rescue and you can rescue me.
Game 6, lamang ang Alaska ng mga 12. Pagpaubos na ako, ang isusulat ko na lang sa board, last day. Wala na akong sasabihin dahil yung adjustments, yung X and O's run, halos wala na yun eh. So yung how much do you want it? Ganun na lang. So we came back from being down in the 4th quarter against Alaska to win Game 6. So ang sinabi ko lang, the only significant thing is that 3-3 is the same number as Eugene Tejada.
Mark Pingris. Pingris attacks! Reverse layup! Change the start in midair!
On some pivotal Game 6, the Giants came back from as many as 12 points down in the 3rd quarter to force a deciding Game 7 with a close 99-96 win.
Purefoods digs deep and gets this win over Alaska. And Purefoods Chunkee Giants coming out of a 12-point deficit. Comes up quick in the end game to equalize the series at 3 games apiece.
Come Game 7, what we've done is going to be useless if you don't win it. So nag-carry over lang, yung confidence level masyado nang mataas. Yung feeling na, uy, kaya pala. Ito na, ang inaantay natin. 1 game sa kanila, 1 game sa atin, let's go for it.
Ito naman si James Yap.
Grabe ang nilalaro yung James Yap in the first quarter. Those 2 shots.
That's Roger Dodger. And they set up Del Castillo once again. Hiyawat po mga kaibigan. Ang mga fans na Purefoods Chunkee Giants, Purefoods digs deep and gets this win over Alaska. And sinasabi natin about the Aces want to wrap up the series tonight. Sabi remember, na pumananalo ang Alaska dito mga kaibigan, matatapos po ang seryeng ito. And Alaska will go to the final.
Parang ngayon lang hindi nakasagot ka agad itong Alaska Aces sa bawat atake ng Giants. Let's see kung matutuloy-tuloy ng Chunkee Giants yung offensive nila.
The Chunkee Giants will try and salvage one game here in the semifinal round series against the Alaska Aces. Tied at 3-all at the decisive game. Malalaman po natin sa linggo kung sino ang maglalaban sa finals ng ating 2006 Philippine Cup dito po sa PBA.
The 3-3 record of the series is the same as Eugene Tejada's number, their fallen teammate, and they have absolutely dedicated this conference to Eugene Tejada. Now, will he score a repeat over Tim Cone, harking back to the 2002 Governors Cup Finals, where will Tim Cone and the Aces finally get their long-awaited revenge.
And that Game 7, of course, I had the privilege of covering that game. Very close, very tense.
Yes.
Tense yung game na yun. What were the things that you vividly remember from Game 7 against Alaska?
We were in complete control up to the fourth quarter. Then they started to trap us. They started to pressure us, and we lost our composure for a while. And then a few seconds to go, we were only up 4 points. And then Noy Castillo drove to the basket, made a huge spin against the defense of De La Cruz, and made a Gary Payton layup.
9 to shoot for Purefoods. 15 seconds to go in the game. Castillo with a getaway!
Wow! That was a golden getaway by the golden boy, Noy Castillo.
And we said it at the top of the game. Noy Castillo is a dangerous customer when it comes to clutch situations. What could be the insurance free throw right there. 4-point ball game, 6 seconds to go. Mike Cortez for 3. No ball. And who gets the basketball? It goes out. It will go to Alaska, but there is only less than a second remaining. And the Purefoods Chunkee Giants will complete the comeback here.
And what a comeback indeed. That was good pulled off by the Purefoods.
And look at the Purefoods bench.
So what a comeback! Di ba? Mga kabarangay, ibang klase yun. Alam nyo, masakit to para kay Coach Tim Cone kasi noong 2002, nangyari din sa kanya to eh. He is leading 3-1. Natalo sila ni Coach Ryan ng Purefoods noong 2002 at nag-champion din ng Purefoods noon. At nangyari ulit itong 2006 kay Coach Tim Cone. So talagang masakit yun para kay Tim Cone at napakasaya naman para sa amin, team namin. Kasi nanalo kami at nakapasok na kami sa championship. Okay? So, ang inaantay namin kalaban Red Bull or San Miguel Beer sa kabilang bracket. Umabot din ng Game 7 yon. So, dito lang nag-e-end itong aking video. This week, okay, gagawin ko, abangan nyo ulit, yung championship run naman namin. Yung pinaka-championship game, Game 7, umabot ng Game 6 yun eh. Yun ang ipapakita ko. So, ngayon, ito, sorry guys, sabitin kayo, alam ko, mahirap din mag-splice ng video at sana patawarin nyo ako at nabitin kayo. So, ito, magbabati na lang muna ako. Jonathan James Rosario, imbitahan daw natin si Noy Castillo. Yan, Golden Boy. Siya ang nagpanalo sa amin ng Game 7. Grabe, just ganun to spin move and then left layup, Gary Payton move. So, nakakamiss talaga itong team namin. So, yeah, mag-comment lang kayo kung anong games ang gusto nyo pang i-edit ko at marami talaga ako. Yung mga alam kong gusto nyo game at meron akong CD, I will rip it para mapanood nyo po. So, ayan, nag-live tayo ng 50 minutes at maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at abangan nyo ulit ang aking sa episode 2, okay, ng championship run ng Purefoods. So, bitin, alam ko. So, enjoy kayo at lagi nyo i-share at i-like tong video para marami pa akong makapanood. Okay, so I have to say good night everyone and thank you. Thank you for watching and God bless everyone. Stay safe. Abangan nyo ang part 2.